Hello everyone! Today for lunch, dinner, whenever I get to eat it, but I get to cook it now, salmon. Now I'm vegan, so how am I gonna make that salmon? So I have all of my ingredients right here that I think would be good for the marinade. I have turmeric, allspice, garlic powder, salt, vegan fish sauce, miso paste, beetroot powder, seaweed powder, apple cider vinegar, nori, and vegetable broth. So let's get started. So I would say let's do 1 tablespoon of this veggie broth. So this is concentrated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of veggie broth and then 2 of water. And then if it's too salty, we can still add more. Okay, let's add some turmeric. I almost like adding turmeric just because it's very healthy. We have some garlic powder, allspice, apple cider vinegar, the vegan fish sauce, seaweed kelp powder. So it is very strong. So if you don't like the flavor to see too much, be careful with it. Beetroot powder, miso paste. I'm using dark red miso paste, but you can use the white one. That's the one I have. Salt. So let's blend that, right? Okay, you guys, I ended up adding about 1.5 cups of water, a little bit more of the beetroot because it's not like really red enough. It's a little too brown for me, and a little bit more of the kelp powder, a little bit more of the miso. But it smells pretty fishy already, I can tell you that. So let's blend it. So now it looks like that. Our marinade I'm going to put in the fridge until we're ready to use it. So now for our salmon, I'm using extra firm tofu, cutting that open and just draining the liquid, and then we're gonna press the tofu so it is extra dry and has the capacity to soak up our marinade. Take a plate and some paper towel and just put the tofu on there. Wrap this up. Anyone else's dog's as crazy for tofu as mine? So we have Lana, get down. See, I told you guys. So now we want to press our tofu for some time. Best is to just wrap it in kitchen paper towels and then put something heavy on it. I have this beautiful tequila bottle. It's pretty heavy, still full. We haven't had anything yet, so we're gonna put this on there and then we're just gonna let it sit there for like, I'd say an hour or 2. Let's see how it goes. It has been about an hour and a half. And we're going to unwrap our tofu, pat it dry. So here comes the creative part. Let's try to cut out a salmon fillet. So if I remember correctly, they're kind of like round. Let's see, guys. Okay. I want to cut this here, just make it a little smoother. And then the second one. But I think this is pretty good. What do you guys think? All right. So I've told you that they're both obsessed with tofu. So they've been such good sous chefs. So let's give them a little treat. Sit. Okay, wait, sit, wait. Lana, good girl. Kobe, good boy. So now I'm gonna cut in the salmon, but I don't want to cut all the way. So make sure you don't cut all the way through. Alright, so be careful with it. It's very delicate. And we're gonna do the same with the other one. So my idea was to use heart of palm, just to give it a little extra texture, and I kind of want to stuff it in between here. So let's see if that works. So I have a heart of palm here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut them really thin, kind of texture that's like kind of like fishy like. So what I'm trying to do is just open it here and then just add this. Okay, cutting these off on the sides here. You need a really sharp knife for that, so make sure your knife is sharp. Right, and then this one we just leave normal and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get our marinade and take a container, put the salmon pieces in there, and then we're just gonna cover it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it marinate like that, and then when I'm half through marinating, I'm going to flip it upside down so it gets all sides. Yeah, so you're just gonna cover it, put it in the fridge. Okay guys, it now has been about 4 hours. I flipped the salmon halfway through and marinated it on both sides. Okay, first I'm gonna take my nori sheet and then I'm gonna cut it fish size, wide and long. So I'm just eyeballing this. Hopefully this will be good. All right, and then we're gonna just take the nori sheet, put it in the marinade real quick. So it gets the flavor and it also is gonna stick. And then rough side out, I'm gonna lay it on the salmon. Actually, perfect. So now we're gonna take a bowl of cornstarch, put the salmon pieces in there, coat on all sides, and put them really carefully on a plate. So now I'm heating some frying oil. I use canola oil in a non-stick pan, and then we're just like really gently add the salmon pieces. And then I'm gonna let them fry, I think for about 2 to 4 minutes on each side. I have to see how it crisps up. So I'm making sure that I'm getting our salmon from all sides. Make sure it's crispy everywhere. Oh, Hey guys, I just realized I put the skin of the salmon on top, like on the wrong side. I clearly have not had salmon in a while. I don't know anymore where the skin goes. So let's do this again. I just removed the nori from there. And here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna, these are very hard to put in easily. So we're just gonna take it in there again. It's just gonna get double crisp. Seed positive, you know? Okay, so we're just gonna put in the marinade one more time. And now we do it the right way. Turn around the salmon fillet. Now take the nori sheets and put them in marinade. I'm putting the rough side out because I feel like the rough side's usually the one out. That's what I'm saying now after clearly not knowing anything about salmon anymore. So we put it in there. Just putting it on the salmon here. Second one. Here we go. Well, it looks like I'm fooling my puppy. So she's sitting there like there is a real salmon fillet right there. Okay, let's redo this, shall we? All right, let's take the cornstarch, our salmon fillets. There you go, number one. Okay, now we're ready for frying, you guys. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the canola oil. Okay, let's add these beauties in. We start with the skin side down. Right, and then, like I've said before, I would say about 2 minutes on each side. Could be more on the bottom top, could be up to 4 minutes, depending how thick your salmon fillets are. Okay, and then I just start flipping. I'll do the sides too. So I want like a crispy salmon all the way around. Alright. I'm going to put my salmon fillets on a plate. Okay, you guys, let's try this piece of salmon, shall we? It looks very nice. Let's just cut into it. Definitely has a crunch. Ooh. Alright. I think I could have used maybe a little bit more, maybe a little food coloring, or maybe like a little bit more red beet juice. This is, by the way, the one we added the pot of palm to, but it fell out. So it's right here. It is really good though. I'm gonna be honest, it's not like a salmon, but it is really good. So I'm not sure it makes a difference to add the hot palm, but the salmon is really good. There's a crunch. It tastes seafoody. You can see the skin down here. Very good.